Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.
Hello, I'm Anup from Astro Bangles.
And I'm Jamal.
And today we're going to be talking to you about how to keep your bangle clean and shiny. For this, we're going to be using something called Reetha. It's been long known in India.
This is actually, for you Westerners watching, this is called a soap nut.
Yeah, it was long known in India that Reetha can be used to clean jewelry. But we're going to show you exactly how to do it, how to make the solution. Jamal, can you talk us through it?
Certainly. So we'll be going into the kitchen today and we'll show you exactly how you can shine your bangle using the soap nuts.
Right.
So we're in the kitchen and the first thing we're going to do is take 5 soap nuts. Go ahead, place those in. Then we'll take half a liter of water. Let's go ahead and add that water. And then let's fire this thing up. Now, you don't have to add actually 5 soap nuts. If it was 7, it's okay. Don't be worried if you don't have exactly 500 milliliters of water, that if it boils down too much, that the solution will just become thick, but it will not harm your bangle at all. If you add too much water, the solution will be weaker. It will just take longer to clean your bangle. You can use a stainless steel vessel like we're using, or you can use a non-stick pot, but we've never tried aluminium, so I don't know exactly how that's going to go for you. I can't promise anything about that. So we're going to come back in about 20 minutes once these boil down. Once the water will boil down, the soap nuts should become nice and soft. So we'll see you in a moment. Hi everyone, we're back. 20 minutes has elapsed and you can see the soap nuts have become very soft. The seed, if I can grab one there, has separated so that you can see the consistency and color of the water. You can see, oh, it's about that color there. But again, if you have less water, more water, don't worry about it. Everything's going to turn out fine. One last thing, while the camera was off, I added a little bit more water to get to this stage. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and drop the bangle in. Before I drop it in, I want you to see that it's very dirty, that there's a lot of silver oxide there, and it definitely needs to be cleaned. So if yours looks like this is the time, this is the way. So we're going to go ahead, just drop that in there, and it's going to cool off for a second. And, oh, we'll leave it in there maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, something like that. And then while it's in there, I'll explain what we're going to do. We're going to remove the bangle and polish it a little bit with the terry cloth that we have here. And that allows it to remove the oxidization easier. It can be done simply chemically by just leaving it in there, but it's faster if you'll take a little mechanical action, remove some of that oxidization, and then drop it back in. I may do this 2 or 3 times. Let's see how it goes. So it's been in there for a little bit. Let's go ahead and we can take it out here. I'm just going to run it under the sink water so that it'll cool off so that I can touch it. And so that you can see, I'm just going to give it a good polish like this. You can already see how clean it's getting just from that first go. Just gonna one more time do that. Let's let you have a look. That already it's better, but we still see that there's still some black in there. So let's drop it back in there again. We'll leave it for a little while. Okay, so it's been in there for about a minute again. I'm going again to cool it off. Again, I'm going to use the cloth just to try to work on some of the hard spots there that are really dark and dirty. But in general, this is certainly already working. It's looking a lot cleaner than it was before. And I'm going to drop it back in there one more time. We'll let it go again for about a minute. Let's take a look. Again, I'm just going to run it under the sink water, cool things off. I'm going to drop it in here just one more time for the sake of this video, just to show how super clean that the soap nuts can get this bangle. So this will be the final time.
Maybe stir, give it a stir.
Yeah, we'll make sure that it's completely submerged there. I'm also going to just increase the heat here. There we go. By doing that, it's certainly now getting fully covered with the solution.
And the heat and the chemical process, I suppose, works, eh?
Oh, absolutely. That high heat helps speed up the chemical process that is cleaning the bangle.
Wow. So in the olden days, I guess not only the jewelry, the people got super clean too.
That's true. Did you know that these soap nuts were used and still can be used as shampoo or soap for the human body?
I suggest use some natural fragrance like rose water or something to go with it, because it certainly doesn't smell that appealing. Maybe some sort of a porridge, but not for the body.
Okay, so that's the final time. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll turn this off, and then I'm going to remove it, polish it, and then I'll show you exactly what's going on here. So I'll just remove this so that we can see. So here I'm just going to one final time just clean this with the terry cloth. You should be able to see that it's certainly shining now, much more than it was. And we're going to call that good. You can see that it's much shinier, much happier by using the soap nuts. So, Anu, now that we've seen how to clean and shine the bangle with the soap nuts, is it really that important that we keep the bangle clean?
Yes, Jamal. Viewers, that's a really important question. Should we keep the bangle? Why should we keep the bangle clean? It's akin to asking why should we have a bath daily? I mean, to keep the pores open, but in the bangles case, it's so much more important, primarily because the bangle protects us in ways unimaginable. I mean, only the masters knew it. We know it, and in certain incidents that we have had the experience to witness something more than ordinary. But just like Sri Yukteswar and Master spoke in the autobiography of a yogi in chapters 16 and 17, and subsequently as our acharyas told us. So as the bangle absorbs our karmas, and physically diseases or whatever, you can see it, or the green linings around the silver, or the oxidization black on the copper and the silver. It's sort of like collects and forms a film. So it's like if it's clean, it'll radiate more energy, and basically saying optimal. It's optimal state. It'll reach its optimal state. You want things to be optimal. Why would you plug a crack in a building and paint it every year on year? So that once it's protected, it'll protect you to do whatever it has to do. Why would you keep your body clean? Why would you keep yourself fit? And so, yes, so we need to keep the bangle clean.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and thanks for explaining that. Okay, and now the next question for you is this how we actually clean using the soap nuts? Is this how we actually clean the bangles at Astro Bangles?
No, Jamal. So at Astro Bangles, we do this professionally. So after annealing the bangle, professionally of course, and we have a professional jeweler's pickle that we use, and then we also have some more professional tools and processes that the bangle goes through for the deep cleaning and proper shine and all those things. But yes, having said all that, for a basic cleaning, Reetha works well. So yeah, for a home thing, Reetha would be fine.
Okay, I get it. That if I really want it super clean, I can bring it to Astro Bangles,
Yes.
but at home, otherwise this is good.
Yeah.
Okay, and my last question is, where can I find these soap? Well, okay, I'll call it Reetha. Where can I find Reetha?
Jamal, you can call it soapnuts, Reetha. I mean, like, it's a good thing that the viewers know both the terms. But yes, so Reetha can be found locally in any Indian kirana, good kirana I mean. Kirana is the basic general store kind of a thing. But if you don't, and I mean, maybe give me a call. I have a very limited supply. You're looking at my limited supply, and give me a call and we'll see how we can work it out and get it to you, a few of these. Yeah?
Sounds good. Okay.
Alright. And thank you for watching this video of how to keep your bangle clean and shiny and why to do that. And follow us and watch more videos of how to maintain your bangles. We'll speak about it. We'll share our knowledge and whatever information we can so that you maintain your bangle well. And Jai Guru Om.
Home, Jai Guru.
Yeah.